Hey Scorpio, welcome to your May 2025 reading. Let's hop right in here. Energy for May for the beautiful sign of Scorpio. Welcome to my channel. We have Three of Wands. I knew some fire was going to show up for you today. The fire being passion, drive, motivation, desire, the will to do something, the will to try again. I feel like Scorpio, May is going to be a pivotal month in the year for you where you're going to start feeling more drive, more will to carry on, to carry your life forward. A lot has been stripped away from you. You have the star card here at the bottom of the deck. The card before the star card is the Tower. So you've been through the Tower. You've been stripped down, perhaps to your bare bones. The star card is typically depicted as a naked being, stripped down. Where now I feel like a lot that wasn't in alignment with you and your path is now out of the way. It's no longer a burden. And what's in ahead of you, what's in front of you is anything you want it to be, really. Before I hopped on here, I got the message. You are the creator of your world, Scorpio. You are the creator of your world. And this is just solidified with the Three of Wands energy. Looking out, you have this higher vantage point now. Whatever you've been through has sort of made you this unstoppable, unconquerable force. You realize that nothing can truly destroy you while you are still living and breathing here on this earth, while you're in this body. So basically nothing can stand in your way now. Let's see how you're showing up. What energy is Scorpio embodying the month of May? Got the Four of Cups and the Empress. I like how the Four of Cups is depicted here because I see someone not settling. Okay, you're not settling, Scorpio. The Empress card, you have really discovered your worth, your value, whether that's value in a connection, in a relationship, or in your industry, in your career. Four of Cups is you not settling for less. There could be something offered to you, but by the looks of it, I see you sort of, you're not saying yes, you're not saying no, you're sitting with this offering, perhaps. And you're not rushing into anything. I feel like you have lost the need to rush, to force. There's a bit of surrender as well with your energy. Now, I know that sounds contradictory to that initial energy of you are the creator of your world, which means you're in your full autonomy and power and sovereignty. But there's a part of you, the spiritual being, the mystical part of you that is surrendering. And what it feels like you're surrendering is this need to rush into anything, to, like, for fear of missing out or something like that. I'm getting a patience with your energy. You really are looking ahead at your future. Three of Wands. Like, what's next for me? What's on my path? I feel like you're okay right now in the unknown. You're becoming comfortable in the unknown. You may even be creating something beautiful from this space, the Empress card. This is creativity, vitality. It's also fertility, life force energy. I feel like you could be tapping into your creativity right now. Let's see what's coming up in your environment. Seven of Cups. Yeah, so you're not wrong here. There's a lot of offers or cups or options coming up along your path, Seven of Cups. And I feel like what you're doing is discerning, evaluating. You've experienced enough life where you know you don't have to settle. You could have built up a savings, perhaps, where you don't have to settle for a job that won't pay you what you're worth, or you won't settle for a relationship that doesn't value you. Okay, there's options here. Let's get some advice. Advice for the beautiful sign of Scorpio. What is the advice for May? Okay, we have the Hierophant. Okay. I like how this card is depicted in this deck as well. This deck has unique artwork. I feel like there's something mysterious or unknown, and I know I tapped into that energy previously, but you're given these clues or these leg ups here from the universe that are kind of guiding your pathway forward. I feel like, bear with me, it feels like you're not to rush this cycle, this current cycle that you're going through, this current timeline. There's something about sitting with the energies and integrating all of the lessons you've learned. And also, I feel like there's a rediscovery of self. There's a rediscovery of your truest, deepest self here that's coming up. And it's like if you rush this period, you might miss who you might miss that opportunity to connect to a very true, deep aspect of yourself, of your being, if you rush into the next thing. Now that message is for some of you, maybe not all of you. I'm going to pull more detailed cards here. Okay, starting with the Three of Wands, the overall energy. You have this higher vantage point. You're feeling optimistic about the future. Your back is turned away from the past. You're looking ahead. Three of Wands, energy for Scorpio. Okay, you have heart and home coming in. Interesting. This talks about contentment, a secure home life, family life perhaps, finding fulfillment, boundaries as well, boundaries, peace, heart's desire as well, and longevity. So I feel like you're in a beautiful place to think of your long-term plans. Your long-term plans here. What do you truly want? How do you want your life to be? I'm getting you've been stripped down and now it's time to rebuild. Maybe your self-confidence or your life. Your life the way you truly want it. Perhaps goals and dreams have been projected onto you. Maybe you were told what to want, what to desire, and there's a little bit of an unorthodox approach to life that I'm seeing emerge here, where maybe you don't want what everyone else is going for right now in their life. Maybe you want something that's different. And it's coming to know what that is. And maybe coming to a place of acceptance. Acceptance of your true heart's desires. Even if it goes against status quo or what's normal. Okay? Quote unquote normal in your family or your community. Let's look deeper into your energy. 4 of Cups, the Empress. Maybe we can get some insights around what is being offered to you here. Okay, we're going to get more when we tap into the 7 of Cups. Okay, so you have youth coming up, which is a mutable energy, which means changeable, flexible. I think you're breaking free from some molds, some outdated molds or projections. You could be trying things out. Okay, this is a phase of figuring things out, figuring what's a fit, what's not a fit. And this could be as basic as a new wardrobe update, or editing your closet or your wardrobe, decluttering. Or this is a much larger theme. Okay, where it comes down to your identity, it comes down to life purpose. Either way, I think you're discovering newer parts of yourself. It's interesting, this card says finding self, independent, receptive, strong-willed. Let's look at the Empress card. We have fishing pole and coin toss. Fishing pole is self-reliance. It's connecting with nature. That's what the Empress is. Coin toss is the unknown, the uncertainty that I already talked about or was tapping into earlier. How life can go either way. There's 2 sides to every story, this card says. The butterfly effect, the unpredictability of life. So that's where I feel like a bit of that surrender came in. If you go back to the first part of the reading, I felt like there was this energy of surrender coming through where, yes, you know that you have this power to create your future. You have this power to manifest. But there are certain aspects to life that are unpredictable, that are meant to be surprises, that are meant to amaze us sometimes. Other times maybe test us, test our will, our strength, our loyalty to a path. There is an unpredictability to life, and I feel like you've experienced enough of life so far to come to this place of acceptance of that. And you're finding ways to enjoy your current reality while building for this future life here. You're finding ways to enjoy what is right now. Look at how that Empress is laid back, foot up. There's beauty surrounding her. That's nature, the divine. Knowing that you have this connection to the divine. Okay, we have that moon energy behind you. You could have a deep connection to the moon. Maybe you have conversations or you pray to the moon. Maybe manifest around the moon cycles. Either way, what I feel like is you're finding ways to enjoy the present. Now let's look at some of the options that are coming up. Should Spirit want to share for your highest good, okay? 2 cards came in, both starting with the number 1, which I like. That's a new beginning, okay? We have Crystal Ball and the Mother Lode. So this is pretty fascinating to me. I'm drawn to this sort of constellation here of stars. and how there's something about your intuition, your internal knowing, this part of you that you're connecting more and more and more to as you have some of this downtime or this time sitting with uncertainty. You're tapping more into your intuition than I feel like you ever have. It's becoming deeper, stronger. You're finding discernment with people, with connections, with opportunities. Even if something is shiny and bright and exciting on the outside, if something feels off, intuitively, you're trusting that. There's something about you being able to see more than what the eye can see. There's a very strong intuitive knowing. And where this is leading you now, moving forward, is towards this mother lode energy. Prosperity, good fortune, some sort of accomplishment, a big deal coming up along your path. Okay. Are there any insights you can offer Scorpio around what this is, what this mother lode is? Mother lode energy for Scorpio. Okay, like a lot of cards came out, but these were the ones that were flipped over. And you got tools and map. Tools and map. So I think some things that are coming up along your path, because I'm tuning into your environment right now, or seeing what's in front of you, seeing what's accessible, what's in your power of control. I also feel like you're also almost shown or given a map, or it's being revealed to you intuitively or in a dream or premonition, or perhaps you're going to a reading and someone's reading your future path, something that you have not yet experienced. I feel like this is you finding your way, reaching new territory. Also realizing you have a lot in your current disposal right here, right now, to get something done, to move something along, or to get started somewhere if you are tapping into a heart's desire here. You're also finding a new perspective here on life. You're reading the signs. There's a lot of signs coming up in May from your environment. And then you have curtain call. This card really wanted to come through, and I was going to say come true. It was at the bottom of the deck initially, and now it came through. Acclaim, fame, recognition, some sort of appreciation, or some sort of happening where it almost doesn't feel real. It feels like too good to be true, but it isn't. This is your life. There's going to be, in this new cycle of yours, I feel like you're going to be very much appreciated. Okay? I feel like the way you take your life forward right now is still uncertain, but we're seeing that you will eventually find your way. You will eventually find your way. And it's going to be a very memorable moment. You have Beehive and Emerald coming through. Beehive talks about being devoted, okay? Hardworking, concentration, patience paying off. Hard work leading to a harvest. These are two Taurus energies. We have Emerald, healing, fertility, eternity. Soul restoration. Soul restoration. I feel like if you're in a period of downtime or in the unknown, in the gap, in the uncertain, there's something beautiful happening here with your energy. Soul restoration. Themes on love and intimacy are coming up as well. Love and intimacy. Anything you'd like to share for Scorpio around this? Okay. I feel like relationships have been a hit or miss. I feel like you've entered a lot of, maybe not a lot, but you've had or experienced connections where it was like a false start or there was a bit of an illusion. Diamond. It's making you stronger though. I'm getting nothing can break you. Nothing can truly break you. You have an unconquerable force of an energy, invincible spiritual power. 2 gemstones coming up in your reading here. Talking about your light, your rarity. I feel like intimacy has been disappointing. Okay, but that could also change. Any more around this for Scorpio? Okay, right now, it is a good time to protect your energy, to have strong boundaries, I'd say. If you're interested in sort of a connection or situationship and you're confused about it and it's been off and on, broken vase, you're trying to mend it, repair something that's broken. Right now, your energy would serve you best to hone in on your energy, hone in on your life path, hone in on your connection to the divine here. With the Shield card coming through, it's like it's warding off unwanted energies, especially in intimacy. Interesting. You could have been with someone who was avoidant. We have the ostrich trap, perhaps closed-minded or refusing to face something. Someone who maybe took an easy way out. Okay? If that was the case, I mean, there's so much good for you to focus on here from the universe. There could be change in your love story. Maybe not with this person, maybe a whole brand new love story in winter time within 9 to 12 months. We got blinders and still. And I was focused on the Hierophant. Refinement, taste, culture. Okay, that's Taurus energy. The Hierophant is Taurus. One thing about that and Taurus energy as well, and we're in the season of Taurus, is perhaps a hyper focus on something. Tunnel vision. I'm getting tunnel vision can be good as well sometimes. It depends on what you're focused on, okay? Tunnel vision can be great for your career life. It could be great for your aspirations, for your goals. Maybe not so great when it comes to just focusing on a person. Give us more here. Advice for Scorpio. May 2025, we have Pearl. Okay, Pearl coming in. Getting the mother pearl. What does that mean? Okay, the pearl can talk about opening up, experiential wisdom. Experiential wisdom. I love that. Because I'm getting, Scorpio, like this is not your first time around the block. You could have already gotten your heart broken a couple times, maybe faced a few disappointments in career. This is not your first time around the block or facing some sort of disappointment or some sort of uncertainty or even lack, dare I say it, in your life. And I feel like this is thickening your skin in a sense. Like pearls are known to be very strong. Also, I believe like to create a pearl, there's got to be a lot of friction. So you've faced a lot of friction. You've faced a lot of energies maybe that were just completely misaligned, but yet this was all forming you or shaping you or peeling off layers of you that simply weren't you, if that makes sense, weren't aligned to begin with. So some of these testing relationships or testing job situations or family situations that have rubbed you the wrong way, that have maybe crossed the line in a sense or crossed a boundary, have all sort of formed you to get to this place of where you are right now, the Empress and Four of Cups, which I think is a beautiful place the way it's depicted here. Sort of forming this pearl of an energy. You may want to look deeper into the spiritual significance of pearl. This talks about developing character as well. You have the diamond as well, which also takes pressure to form and to create. So you've dealt with a lot of pressure, but you're becoming this diamond or this pearl of an energy, spiritually speaking, of course. And it's like, what good is that? What good is that you become this unconquerable force here, this invincible spiritual power, because you're not easily shaken or you're not easily, you'll no longer give your power away because you are the power. I'm getting, you are the source. Okay, you faced a lot of tension, strain in groups where there's been 3 or more people. So groups, family dynamics, friendship dynamics. I'm getting situations where there's co-workers. You faced a lot of opposing energy. Some of you are meant to be sort of a lone wolf here, a pioneer. Maybe try something or enter uncharted territory. Maybe be your own boss. The Empress. Okay. We have the cross, which is a crossroads perhaps coming up. There's also a call, right? The cross is a greater purpose. There's going to be a greater purpose or a calling coming up here. Okay. A couple cards came through. Joy and delight. Grounding, answering the call, and surrendering to the journey. So I love these because it all sort of paints a picture here, doesn't it? We have the 3 of Wands, which is you relishing in the moment, experiencing joy and delight wherever you can find it. Allowing yourself to be moved, to be surprised, okay? Because that's where the magic lies here. We have you grounding, Four of Cups, the Empress, not being easily moved or swayed or convinced or rushed into making a decision. So I feel like the decisions you make moving forward are coming from a very grounded, sound, intuitive place of deep inner knowing. I did get this message several times that there is going to be a call coming up. And whenever we get that call, okay, it helps clear up a lot of uncertainty, a lot of the unknown. It's that initial phase of getting us to go in a certain direction, step by step. Okay, and I see you here surrendering to the journey and maybe not even too concerned with a specific outcome, but rather you're allowing your higher self and the divine to work in tandem to sort of create a beautiful pathway forward. I feel like you're working on manifesting, but from a place of this or better. Okay, you could be using that in your affirmations or your intentions, or you're just allowing the universe to surprise you, expecting the unexpected, expecting something to work out for you as well. There was another way this wanted to be worded, but I lost what I was going to say. So I'll come back to this point if it comes through again. I'm called to read Surrendering to the Journey. It says, it's time to let go. All is well. The Creator is at your side. You don't have to do it alone. Your life is guided. This is not the time to try to control the details of your life. Let it flow. There are times to hold on, but this is the time to completely surrender. Surrender to the greater forces of the universe. Let go of wanting to control your future. Simply turn your challenges over to your spiritual source. The Creator will escort you on your journey. Surrender is not giving up. You're not yielding to a force outside yourself. You're opening to your soul. By releasing hold, you allow the creative forces of the universe to spiral through you, which brings inspiration and direction to your life. Sometimes the journey goes a different way than expected. When it does, don't resist. There are times you can see the path, but you don't know where it leads. Not knowing where you're going can activate inspiration, insight, and creative juices. You cannot discover new oceans and distant vistas unless you have the courage to let go of the shore. You don't have to do it all yourself. Support is all around you. Simply open your heart and allow it in. Beautiful. I feel like this fits with the Hierophant, how there's sort of a mysterious energy. There's sort of like we're still in this uncertain energy, but yet there's these signs of where you should take your life, what direction you should take, what you should say yes to, what you should say no to. Also, I'm getting trial and error right now. Trial and error, seeing what's a fit. You're entitled to do that no matter what age you are, because at any given age, we're outgrowing past versions of ourselves, past bodies, body sizes. So whether this is as simple as finding new pieces in your wardrobe that are actually a fit, to, like I said earlier, some larger themes. really sitting with something to see if it's a fit. Okay, so trial and error, there's nothing wrong with that. You might have outgrown a previous version of yourself and you're discovering a new aspect of yourself or a new layer. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm getting you are not meant to live. I was going to say you are not meant to live the same story like every waking day or year of your life. I'm tapping into a being or a soul that loves freedom, expansion, creative self-expression. I feel like you can't be tied to a job for 50 plus years and wait for some sort of retirement. There's something about your energy where you need to be in alignment in order to find creativity or passion or even prosperity there. I feel like once you have learned all you can from a situation, you're ready for the next lesson or the next soul's lesson. Okay, this is a part of what you have signed up for here, is to not be complacent or not settle or not even be in dynamics or situations that you have outgrown. So you may often wonder why you can't stick with a job or a relationship or a group for that long. It's because a part of your soul has this thirst for more, discovering the unknown, being in the unknown, living truly, authentically. You don't want to live a life where you have this facade or this mask on in order to endure something, endure a situation. It's like you can't fake it. Canary spirits, sing your own song. I know there's more cards here, but let's take a look. Okay, Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. And Peacock spirit. Interesting how all of these have wings. Something about spreading your wings, not allowing anyone to clip your wings, stagnate your energy or your soul growth. There's so much here. I'll read the first one that revealed itself, which is Canary, although I'm sure there's beautiful messages in each and every one of these. We'll see how it goes if I'm called to read from one or more or all of them, okay? Let's look at the Canary spirit. Canary spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what is in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine. As Canary spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to fully be yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. Protection message. Are you suppressing your true voice? Perhaps trying to sing the song you think people want to hear instead of your own. You create a cage around your life when you express only what you think will help you fit in and get what you think you want. Are you hiding the real you, telling a safe story about yourself to others because you're afraid they will think you're too different if they knew the truth? Canary spirit comes to help you express yourself in a more honest and authentic way. Yes, not everyone will agree with you. In fact, not everyone will want to hear your originality or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, and wonderful experiences that arrive as if by magic once you open your own cage door and fly free. Canary spirit is cheering for you and wants you to know you are safe and loved. Find your voice and have courage to spread your wings and sing out loud. The world needs your true song. I am blown away here, Scorpio. What a beautiful reading. I love when these final oracle messages just completely summarize the entire reading. Okay, so putting everything into crystal clear words. I'll let you sit with this energy. We'll see how this evolves, how it transforms. I invite you to subscribe to the channel for more readings. If you want a personal reading, you can book me on my website. The link is in the description box below. If this reading resonated with you, Scorpio, let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. Have a beautiful month ahead.